Beach session number 1. I remember when I had the idea, it just came to me, beach session. I wanted to start record videos and just talk like this in front of the beach. And I started out my YouTube channel with some videos, but it didn't feel like me. I like being more conversational, not scripting, preparing, just freestyle. I notice when I talk to my friends, words just comes out and it feels more natural. So yeah, here I am, my first beach session. And there is one word that came to my mind, or two words, spiritual awakening. And I wanted to touch upon that today. I guess that's a good first topic. So, spiritual awakening. I'm remembering these two words back in 2017. It was like evening or night. I was looking up spiritual awakening because that day something shifted within me. 2017. It was so different. I remember I was going outside that day and I was just looking at trees and be like, holy shit, it's beautiful. And I wasn't even a nature guy. I didn't notice trees and nature and things like that before. I didn't care. But that specific day, something was up. I just felt good. Like, wow, trees. So I started my day like that. I went out and I just felt present for the first time in a long time, and I knew something was up. So I texted a friend. I asked him, I don't know why, I think that was intuition too. I was like, bro, it's different. And I gave him I told him some of the things I noticed because it was so rare to me. I was like, bro, I like the trees, started to see trees. I felt so good, so present, etc., etc. And he told me, bro, you had a spiritual awakening. And I didn't even know what that was. So that night, that evening, I was looking it up and I got some results on Google. I found one page which had like different bullet points, the typical bullet points for a spiritual awakening. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I can imagine it was something like you feel more present. You can observe your thoughts and emotions. Your mood is better, you're happier, you feel more light, more peaceful. All of these kind of things. So that was a starting point for me. I started to investigate what it was. That was a starting point. And yeah, since 2017, I've been on this wild journey, spiritual journey. I mean, it's just a journey. I think I would say it's just a journey from my mind back to being, back to my heart. When I say heart, I mean the present moment. Because what I have realized over all these years is I was stuck in a mental movie and I didn't even know I was stuck in it. That's how real it felt. All my problems, all the suffering, all the bad shit just came from this movie. Like life happened on itself. It wasn't bad or good. It was just experiences, situations. But I was filtering my experience through this movie. And the movie contained my beliefs, conditions, all the things I had acquired since a young age. It doesn't mean that it didn't mean that I didn't grow up good, I'm really grateful for my childhood until this moment. Like, I had an amazing life. But everything we go through, everything we see, everything we hear, everything is just affecting us. Even if you grow up good, even if you have lovely parents, even if you can still see shit. It can be on the news, it can be society, and you're getting conditioned by all these things. So I had this movie with all the traumas, and when I woke up the first time to this illusion of my mental movie, for the first time in my life, I actually observed my thoughts. I remember something specific. I remember because after my awakening, or before my awakening, I started out meditating, mindfulness. I started out with Wim Hof. And I was still doing it after this initial awakening. And what I noticed with meditation and mindfulness was I expanded this gap between a trigger and reaction. And I managed to do it because when I was more mindful during my day-to-day, I could observe my thoughts. When a trigger hit me, when a situation hit me, I was able to pause myself and be like, hey, this is just a thought. Like, can I choose to react in another way? And I did. And it made me feel better. It made me feel more calm. I wasn't suffering as much. Because we all know, even if we trigger, we get angry towards people, family, parents, we don't like it. At the end of the day, we feel like, fuck, like, why did I say that? We're not mean people. So yeah, after the initial 2017 special day with the trees, I started to observe my inner world more, emotions, thoughts. And I already did a lot of meditation during a couple of months before that. So I'm remembering a specific thing I saw. It's a lot of specific things I remember, but this one was on Reddit. There was a guy on Reddit explaining a little bit about mindfulness and meditation. He said, prepare, because a lot of shit is coming up to the surface. And I kind of knew what he meant because I started to get flashbacks from my own life. It was like, for the first time in my life, I was letting all these memories come up. I'd suppressing them for a long time, and by slowing down my mind in the mental movie, I was able to get these flashbacks from my past, all these conditioning and traumas. And it was like, during meditation sometimes I could like cry. Like honestly, I cried. I remember one time, it was so raw and painful. And I realized why I had suppressed that memory. It wasn't a threat in the moment. It was maybe a threat back in the days when I was young. And I started to work with all these memories and flashbacks and things like that. And steady and slowly, it started to dissolve more and more. And I felt better. But at some point, what some people call the dark night of the soul, I was going through a lot of hard moments. I thought I was awakened. I thought I was spiritual. Because at this time I was also reading a lot of books from spiritual teachers. It helped me a lot. I was seeking comfort in these books, hope, the next step. It felt like every book just came, it just fell in my lap in the perfect timing. And sometimes I didn't even read the whole book, but it came in the right timing, and I was reading and learning and doing and practicing, but at the same time it was a lot of things to face. It was hard, man. It was hard. And I know a lot of you are going through the same thing. And it's really easy for me to sit here today being on the better, good side. But I guess I just want to say these things because it can feel lonely. It's the dark night and lonely night of the soul. You're walking through this path and it's lonely. Like you, of course, you have people around you, but you just feel that nobody understands. But I understand, we all have this movie or movies. It can be a horror movie, and some days it could be like a romantic comedy. We're laughing, enjoying. But most of the time it's just a horror, psychological thriller. We try to understand, but we don't understand anything. Why? We fall back to addictions, to things. Why do I fall back? And I honestly don't have the answer for that. More than some things requires repeatable iterations. You need to go through it over and over and over again. It's like, I remember my mentor telling me, like, it's a burning house and then you put off the fire and you do it many times over. You bring the water over and over. And at one point, it's just smoke. And you can feel it because it's not triggering you anymore in the same way. Some beautiful dogs here. It's a beautiful morning. It doesn't trigger you in the same way. It doesn't have the same grip. It's just smoke. But it still affects you a little bit. And you go through it again. And every time you learn something. Shadow work. Many people call it shadow work. Carl Jung said it. He talked a lot about the shadow. So the solution, looking back all these years, was actually trying to integrate the shadow as fast as possible. Because some of the things was dragged out. Because I was trying to, it was so hard. Some moments were so dark and so hard. And I didn't actually know what to do except just going through it and try to learn anything. But sometimes it didn't even dissolve. It was like, it felt I was just stuck with it over and over and over again, until one point I was like, holy shit, I'm out of this fire, you know, and I could feel the smoke now. And I still have some parts of me that need some integration. It's not that hard, it's a little bit smoke. I can feel, I can inhale it, but it's not as it used to be. So I realized over all these years that spiritual awakening, just waking up to your thoughts and emotions, is actually the first step. It's like a flashlight turned on inside you. You can finally start seeing all the thoughts and emotions, everything that is having a grip on you, you start to see it. But thereafter, something more important starts, and it's the work that you do, the integration. You learn, you dissect. And one important thing is, there is no destination. Like, of course, there is permanent liberation from your ego. You dissolve it, maybe in a way, maybe in one day, or maybe over stages like I've been doing. But it doesn't mean that you will be free when you actually dissolve your ego and get to that end point. You feel better over time. You know, when it starts to having that grip on you, you start to feel better over time. So don't feel discouraged by doing the work. It's going to feel better and lighter over time. But yeah, working with yourself, the integration, the welcoming part, I would say acceptance is key. Awareness is key. Being aware of the situation, of your thoughts and emotions, and ask yourself the questions. Why do I react like this? Why do I feel like this? Can I welcome it? Can I, without judgment, without saying it's good or bad? We all feel guilt towards ourselves. The shame, the guilt. Oh, it was wrong. I shouldn't be doing that. But that's the thing that keeps you stuck in it. That's the thing that makes it come back stronger. Because you're trying to escape it by telling yourself that it was wrong. You feel shame, you feel guilt. Be kind. Like, how would you talk to your friend that is going through all these things? Talk to yourself like that. Be kind. It's okay, man. You didn't know what to do, but now you know what to do. You reacted unconsciously. You were lonely, man. You were lonely. And it's all right. So be kind. Kindness, forgiveness. We're too harsh to ourselves. We judge ourselves. We judge others. And listen, spiritual awakening, it's not a woo-woo. It's not something that some few people do, or you don't have to travel to India be in a ashram, meditate all day long. You don't actually have to do anything except just let life unfold and just be aware when things happen, when you react. Put in some work, and you're gonna realize a lot of things. And then during your stage, you're also gonna realize that the one who was seeking all these things, the one who is seeking answers, it's just your ego. It's a thought. It's the false I. And at some point you start to let go of that too. And you just let things be. You just be. It's not spiritual bypassing. It's actually just, you have spent this whole time working with yourself, working with that identity. You've been cleaning up your house in order to be able to stay in the house. And the more you clean up the house, the easier it is to stay. And at some point, it's so clean that you actually just stay. And the cleaning is just minimal. And the staying is maximal. And you just stay. And life just happens. And you still do all the things, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. I still do the similar things, but I do it from flow. I'm doing it from presence. Even when I react some days, I'm not stuck in my mind for hours or days. I'm coming back to this present moment, to this me. And what I'm learning at the moment is that there are more stages, there are more dissolvements. That's fine. I'm not trying to seek that. I'm not trying to get somewhere. I'm just letting that unfold while just being, coming back to this moment. You can hear the ocean, or you can see the waves behind me. It's a beautiful moment. It's a present moment. Sometimes you focus on your breathing. Sometimes you do meditation sessions. Sorry. I don't know if you can see the sunrise, but yeah, the sun is starting to rise behind me. The present moment, guys. This is life. This is actually it. This is the spiritual awakening. Just being present moment by moment. Even if you get caught up in your mind, the mental movie again, it's fine. Just come back. It's a game between back and forth, between your ego and the present moment. Spiritual awakening. A beautiful word. You're already awake. If you listen to this right now, let me tell you, you're already awake. Your spirit, your soul is seeking this because it knows. It always knows. But yeah, bro, I'm lost. I don't know what to do. It's fine. Take it easy. Come back to this moment. When you go through things, just remember, it can be a storm. Some days are a big storm, rain, thunder, maybe tsunamis, I don't know. But you will get through it. You will learn something. At least you learn something. Or even if you don't learn something, you become stronger. You're good. I am good. We're all good. Keep being curious. Don't give up. That's all I can say. And don't let this whole spiritual, or we can call it new age, scare you. You don't have to be a hippie. You don't have to buy stones. You don't have to do yoga. These things are good. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you like doing that, do it. Like, your journey is unique. Don't follow other people. I've done yoga, I've done meditation, I have done, I've actually had my moments of this spiritual ego. I try to preach and things like that. That's fine too. Maybe you'll go through that too. Just remember to be humble. Not everyone is ready to listen. I think that's why I'm recording this now, because I don't want to throw things at people's faces, There is no right and wrong anymore. There is just your path, my path, our path together, because at the end of the day, we're just one unit. We're just different waves in a big ocean, And it's unbelievably beautiful when you start to dissolve and coming back to this present moment, when you start to see and experience the unity. Fuck, man, it's so amazing. Like, I've had glimpses recently, just pure absence of thought. Man, I remember some weeks ago I was crying and I was like, it's so beautiful, man, it's so beautiful. You know, it's being high. It's like not even being high, it's so calm and present. It's just, wow, that feeling. And I told myself, don't try to get back to that. Just come back to being. Sorry, I'm shaking a little bit. It's cold. People are standing with bikini and shorts. There's a couple there. I love it. I love it. I love being at the beach at the mornings. You know, you have couples, you have someone walking with a dog, you have someone just watching the sunrise. It's like present moment, presence, and it's beautiful. Okay, guys, I hope this gave you something. If there is some takeaway from this video, it's you're doing good. You're on the right path. Even if you don't feel like it, you're on the right path. Always. Even when you go through things, it's meant to happen for you. You're gonna learn a lot of things. You're waking up. Sometimes you fall back to sleep and you wake up. Sleep. I told you, it's like a ping pong game between the ego and presence, between you and the false you. But don't give up. Keep being curious, keep going, and most importantly, welcome things. Don't run away from them. The more you welcome life, the more you stop resisting life, the more you're gonna dissolve all these shadows and it's gonna integrate within you. So don't give up. I see you, I hear you, and most importantly, I love you.